the great multitude in heaven. In a small village nestled between the hills, there lived a young girl named Miriam. She often sat by the riverside, listening to her grandfather recount stories from the Holy Scriptures. One evening, as the sun set behind the hills, Miriam asked, "Grandfather, can you tell me about heaven?" Her grandfather smiled, his eyes twinkling with wisdom. "Let me tell you about a vision from the book of Revelation," he began. Miriam listened intently as her grandfather painted a vivid picture with his words. In the vision, the Apostle John stood on a high mountain, looking into the heavenly realm. Before him was a throne, and on the throne sat God, surrounded by a dazzling light. Around the throne were 4 living creatures and 24 elders, all worshiping God. As John marveled at the sight, his eyes were drawn to a vast multitude standing before the throne and before the Lamb, who is Jesus. This great crowd was so numerous that no one could count them. They came from every nation, tribe, people, and language, each clothed in white robes and holding palm branches in their hands. The multitude cried out with a loud voice, "Salvation belongs to our God who sits on the throne and to the Lamb." Angels surrounded the throne along with the elders and the 4 living creatures. They fell on their faces before God, worshiping him and saying, "Amen. Blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be to our God forever and ever. Amen." One of the elders approached John and asked, "Who are these people in white robes, and where did they come from?" John replied, "Sir, you know." The elder explained, "These are the ones who have come out of the great tribulation. They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. That is why they are before the throne of God and serve him day and night in his temple. He who sits on the throne will shelter them with his presence. They will never hunger or thirst again. The sun will not beat down on them, nor any scorching heat, for the Lamb at the center of the throne will be their shepherd. He will lead them to springs of living water, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes." As her grandfather's story concluded, Miriam felt a warmth in her heart. "Grandfather," she said softly, "do you think we will be among that great multitude one day?" Her grandfather took her hand and looked into her eyes. "My dear Miriam, if we hold fast to our faith and trust in Jesus, we too will stand before the throne, clothed in white robes, and worship our God for all eternity." Miriam smiled, imagining the beautiful scene her grandfather had described. She felt a sense of peace and hope, knowing that God's promise was for everyone, including her. And so, with the story of the great multitude in her heart, Miriam carried on with renewed faith, looking forward to the day when she would join the countless others in heaven, worshiping God forever. This story captures the essence of Revelation 7-9-17, emphasizing the inclusivity of God's salvation, the ultimate victory of the faithful, and the eternal joy and peace that await in heaven. Please like and subscribe to help us grow our spiritual channel. Thank you.